What up, though? It's your boy Kaamel Hasaun, aka DIEZEL. Make sure you check out my upcoming interview on the pod. People of Detroit, baby.
The pod, aka People of Detroit. We wanna put people on. You know what I'm saying? We wanna get the world to know more about Detroit.
Well, what makes us different at the pod is that we want to have real stories by real people and displaying real triumphs. At the end of the day, in Detroit, one thing we know how to do is hustle harder.
How much can you handle?
Give me a hole.
I make 3 calls. First call, just know you taking too long and I should have been had my money. Second call, just making sure you still alive. Third call, you better off dead.
Yo, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Sir LA,
And it's me, your girl Dahlia.
and y'all in here rocking with the pod, aka the
people of Detroit.
Yes, man. We back in the building, and we got another Detroit legend in the building rocking with us today. And as y'all can see, I'm quite sure most people know exactly who this is, but I'm gonna give him the right introduction as
Come on
needed.
now.
You feel me? This individual I have next to me is an actor, and rapper, director,
Run it down.
producer, writer. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And he does it all, jack of all trades, and he still most definitely got a lot more work that's coming for everybody. And he goes by the name Kaamel Hasaun, aka Goon Sqwad.
Oh wait, he going
The
there. He
hit
going there.
man.
He
You
going
feel
there.
me? Yes. So I'm gonna go all the way there.
Okay.
Goon Sqwad DIEZEL, the hit man in the building, bro. How you feeling today, man?
I feel great, man.
Hey, I love it, man. I love it. Welcome.
You could take the rapper off the
No, I gotta say rapper, even though it's not what you do. But that was your life for a second.
It was.
You don't act like you ain't got songs
Look, this
with
is all
Trick
about
and
you.
all type
This
of
all
stuff out
about
here.
you. So
See, he
get
being
in.
modest right now. That's all.
That's all right.
But I got you though. Exactly. See, talk about I ain't no rapper, most definitely.
Is the video what?
Yeah.
I missed that.
He said I missed that. Well, we got Kaamel Hasaun in the building, man.
Oh, man.
And how you feeling today, man? I know it's been, a long road. There's still a lot ahead of you, but as of right now, man, you the man.
Man,
You the man, bro.
God is awesome, bro. Each day I get to breathe this air, I'm good, man. So,
100%.
That's the start of my day, just recognizing that it is a day, and then it don't suck to be me right now.
I mean, come on, it's definitely a blessing to be able to live out your dreams.
No,
and
100%.
That's a blessing.
I mean, especially when it was a dream, but not a dream. If that makes sense, It's like always knew I would be an entertainer of some sort. At first, I thought it was athletics. I thought I would be,
Right.
you know, world class athlete, and then it went into, you know, the music industry. Because you know, we did a lot more than rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
for
you
sure.
know,
For sure.
You know, and you know, entertaining always felt like home. I just, you know, we didn't have any type of avenues here in no type of way when I was coming up. So it wasn't no movies being made, no music hitting the surface. So this is, you know, coming up. It was, you know, tough to find your way when it comes to, you know, finding your way. You know, most guys slip into pretty much the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Rapping, selling drugs,
right,
playing
the typical
sports. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
sure.
so, you know, for me, is, you know, like I said, it's a blessing to be alive and above ground every day. But, you know, just to find, again, like you said, just to find your space in your life, you know, where you belong, it's a tremendous blessing. So
man,
I don't take it for granted, not one bit, not at all.
I love that feeling.
Sure.
That's what's up.
Now, with that being said, let the people out there, let them know what hood made you. What hood made you?
I mean, I was born and raised on 7 Mile, in West 7 Mile, Wyoming.
Okay.
And I spent all my weekends and summers over on Jefferson and St. Jean. So I'm kind of like a mutt. Like all of my cousins are from the east side.
So you got a little bit everywhere in you.
Yeah.
Say I'm from Detroit.
All of my experiences are from the east side. And so, you know, and a lot of my people from the east side. So I'm pretty much a mutt, but yeah, 7 Mile.
But Detroit,
Indiana.
in and out all
7
day.
Mile, Indiana for sure. I got 7 sevens on my body for sure.
That's dope. Now, is there anything that Kaamel wanted to be growing up other than what you do now? Did you have any other aspirations to do anything different?
No, I didn't. I ain't gonna say I stunk at school. Like, I'm smart. I'm not a stupid person. But, you know, like, for me, I just felt like it had to make sense for me. You know
No, for sure.
So, you know, up in, you know, elementary school, of course, everybody aced that shit. And then, you know, I kind of hit a rough patch approaching middle school. And then that's when I kind of found, you know, sports. And, you know, and you play sports in Michigan. You got to keep your grades up. So it's like
100%.
It wasn't like I was doing the bare minimum. It was just like I had to be interested.
Yeah.
And depending on the educator, it's just, you know, that's just kind of how I was, how I've always been. Like, I'm, you know, so I knew I wanted to be an entertainer. Like I said, like basketball and football was my everything until I had to cut football loose, and then it was all basketball.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, as a kid, I would practice my autograph. You know, of course, people don't ask for much now. They just ask for a picture. But, you know,
Right, true.
I always, you know, me and my partner, Marcel.
You were prepping.
My best friend, Marcel, we would set up the camcorder, and we literally got...
Yeah, and y'all had like a variety show that y'all
we made our own sitcom, like being
That's
stupid.
Of
So
the house,
dope.
of items of the house and
it was just
backyard and
dumb shit. Like, we was really being dumb. But,
Hey, but
you know,
you
young
was,
and
you was
goofy.
putting it,
but
you was putting it down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was still dope.
Yeah, so, you know, I've always wanted to be an entertainer. And I'm pretty good on stage. We pretty good on stage, too. That's my favorite, really one of my favorite places, you know,
For sure.
to
For
perform music, you know. I still get to do that from time to time, so yeah, it's a huge blessing to be able to be alive for one, and then to be alive to see your talents and see your hard work pay off more and more every day for real.
Oh yeah. Nah, I mean, it's really been since the beginning. Like you said, you've had music in your family, in your blood, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna ask you something, and you tell me what it means to you. What does the song "The World Wasn't Made That Way" Does that sound familiar to you?
Is that
Your-
my granddad?
your granddad.
That's my granddad.
Yes,
song. Yeah,
yes.
He got, that's my.
And I
that's
know
my
that
most
was
sweet
in the
song,
as far as beginning stages of music, that was something
Yeah.
you could look up to.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah and no, because he was long gone before I was born. You know,
Right,
and
right,
when you're a
right.
kid, you know that if there is no proof or evidence of stuff in your
Showing
face, it's
different-
like it's kind of
that's true,
hard
though.
to gravitate or grab a hold to it. But something of the crazy thing is I started acting in 2014, and in 2015 we took a trip down to Quincy, Florida. My grandfather's brother, Junior, was having his 90th birthday party and a family reunion all mixed in the weekend. And I come to learn at that point that my grandfather went to film school. One of the songs he recorded was the title track for a movie. So it just kind of,
Like,
you know,
damn,
it was some
right,
dark
yeah.
days I was in and some dark days ahead of me, but that kind of set me in a place where it's like, you don't have no choice but to do this. So
No,
that's when I
That's dope.
really started going crazy, stupid, hard pause.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, that was just one piece of your musical background.
Yeah.
I know before music was really, gravitating towards you, you were always in the acting. You were always in, in some type of character. Even since you were young, teenager, doing plays in church, skits. Like you said, you and Marcel had the variety show you used to shoot at the crib. So it was like you were just gradually just building your way up to what you are now, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Appreciate it.
No, for sure, all day. Now I know 15 years old, that's when you got your real first jump into stuff. You know what I'm
He been doing
saying?
his research.
No,
Oh,
100%.
no.
100%.
Listen, ghetto
that.
journalism at its finest.
Ghetto journalism at its finest.
Yes,
100%.
yes.
This is the
I
pie.
appreciate it.
All
yeah.
day, all
Nice,
day.
nice.
And at 15, you were asked to be in a play. It was called It's My Life. And it was 24 hours, honestly, before the play. You
Yeah.
got the script. And this is when you knew, like, this is something that you can most definitely sink your teeth into and build on.
It was a unique experience because it was something, like you said, I was around the production, but I wasn't in the production. You know,
Yeah.
I was supposed to be a stagehand, to be honest.
Got you.
So when the gentleman dropped out to play, like on a Friday, and I forget, I don't even remember who said let Kaamel do it. It probably was my
That's
sister.
dope.
It probably was my sister Moni, but like, and when that statement came out, it's like it was an overwhelming, like yeah, like for real, like.
yeah.
Nice.
So that kind of like gave me the boost to learn a whole role in 24 hours. Like
That's crazy.
I'm still nervous thinking about it, but at the same time,
Right,
it's
right.
like it's a show. Like, and, you know, I've seen my brothers and sisters in plays, and I've been to plays, and my mom sang in plays and was in plays and was in the theater and it down at Wayne State, and so it was like, okay, let's do it. And then like I really killed it. Like it was. That's
Nice.
not an understatement. Like it was really like a moment. Like, okay, this is where I belong. But
Yeah.
when the lights go off, I still had nowhere to go.
No, I
Like,
understand.
You know, I had the great play, but
Because
where
around
to
that,
now?
you
Where
still
the
you still
resources,
hooping.
what's
You like, all
happening.
right, I did this, but
Mhm.
you know, I still got ball. I still got, you know what I'm saying.
I got a question
You know.
for you too.
Yeah, I for sure was going to the NBA at that point in my mind. So acting, was
Right,
just
so that was on the
something
back
for fun,
burner.
yeah.
Right.
I have a question for you though. Like with the experience that you felt with theater, the live performing aspect versus doing film, what feeling do you feel more connected into your roles? Was it the pressure from the live or when you're getting into the lengthy film project?
Well, live is my favorite place. You know what I mean? That's why I'm so good on camera, because I recognize that is the moment where I have to perform. So having that training in theater, and I did 5 years of community theater and stage plays before I stepped on my first set for real. And it was just one of those things where you can't waste those takes, you know, and you learn that critical acting and that performing and that being on top of your dialogue from being in theater. If I say this all the time, if I could make the living that I make in movies doing plays, I would do plays.
That's dope.
If I could earn this, you know what I'm saying, earn like I'm earning with the movies, I would do stage plays in a heartbeat.
Like it's a few more things with plays that's like a little bit more complex versus you shooting them film, because when you actually in that moment, you can't retake. You can't shoot it over. You can't have 4-5 shots trying to get it right.
And the people are watching.
You got to get it right.
That moment.
So you got to come showing up. You stay ready.
Yeah.
Never got to get ready.
So you hopping in his movies, it was like a piece of cake, honestly, coming from doing that, because you got to put a lot of mental in them plays.
And your characters are very believable. You know what you're doing. Your characters are very believable.
I've been to a lot.
You know what you're doing.
I've been to a lot. I've been in a lot of intense situations. So, I would like to think that this is a God-given ability with my memory, with everything.
You got to be sharp for sure.
Yeah, it's a blessing. I can't do nothing but give God the credit, to be honest.
No, for sure.
Not cliche, like this is not really my doing, because I found a place early where there was no money involved, but it was still love.
It was love, yeah.
I found a place early where my life was like literally in shambles around what I was doing, but I had to stay true to what I was doing. One, because I really didn't have nothing else, and two, it was really a place to escape for me. You know? And that's where I found out that this is a real passion and a purpose for me.
That's super dope.
I thank God for just putting the right people in my life to guide me to where I am today. It's a lot of people I learned from, the do's and the don'ts. But you learn nonetheless, and I'm grateful for all the lessons. So.
No, for sure. Now, I know that year you did the play, it was a while where you actually didn't do something because that was your first thing, but I don't think they did nothing else as far as like the person who did that play. So you were just kind of like back to your regular life, chilling. And the following year, you were in another play.
It was the same guy.
It's the same. This is the same dude. Guy. So it was just he took the time off to get ready for this one, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
okay.
His name is Donnie Mark. He's a gospel singer. Yeah,
got you.
He was doing
now,
the plays back then.
It was a story about you getting hit by a truck.
Yeah.
Before this actual play?
Man, you dug real deep. Yeah, I was leaving the barbershop on Wyoming and Curtis. Not Wyoming and Curtis. My barbershop was R&R. It was next door to Mumford High School.
Okay.
So I went down to the grocery store to get something to eat before I caught the bus back towards the house to go, get ready for the play.
Right.
And as I'm walking out of the grocery store parking lot to walk to the Dexter bus stop, the pickup truck kind of darted out with me and bam, bang. It wasn't too hard because he wasn't going too fast because he was just pulling out the lot, but he hit me.
Right.
And he kept going.
He lost.
As
soon as he realized he got a body, he lost.
He kept going.
He said, "I'm getting little."
Damn you, whoever you were. Damn you.
It was like a little aqua green Ford F-150.
That memory.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'll never forget that truck. Pull it off.
That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
I dust myself off, hopped on the Dexter bus, and my back got sore that whole way. But I just was like, man, I gotta show it.
I gotta.
My back was like purple. during the
Oh, wow.
whole show. Yeah.
Lee.
Uh,
But you like, no, I'm showing up. Hey,
That's
I
a
gotta
high
make it
level
pop.
of
I mean,
dedication.
you got tickets sold. I mean, you can't.
right,
You
right,
can't
right.
Say, hey, he got hit. So sorry.
And it probably wasn't no replacing your character. You probably had some hella lines.
I
and
had a nice role.
so it was
Oh,
like,
wow.
damn.
Yeah, based off of how I did the first time, they gave me a lot more responsibility.
That's ill. That is ill. Now, I know, you did play basketball as a teenager, and that was something that you had a lot of aspirations in, going to the NBA and just living that dream. You feel me? Now, what motivation did your sister have on you with basketball?
My big sister was sweet as hell. She was. She was. She made all city second, third team, something like that.
Right.
Every time we would go to a game, that Jerry curl was getting loose. Like she was like,
Shout out to Sons.
Yeah,
Right.
Shout out to
Said
Money, Big
ballin'.
Money. Yeah, and like we had a hoop in the backyard, like nailed to the tree. So, and like when I was young, she'd be back there playing all boys, never playing with no girls, and she'd be back there cutting loose. So,
Busting ass.
yeah, and she was like her and my dad were like crazy Piston fans. So whenever the Piston game was on, I was real young, but it started making sense like 4 or 5 years old. That's right around the time I started going in the backyard after everybody was gone.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. You talk about Money hooping days.
Man, because I'm like, I know you looking at her like, man, sis going crazy.
She
I
was
know I
sweet as
could.
hell. She was. I ain't gonna lie. And my brother was fucking terrible. So somebody had to hold it down.
Say somebody had to make up.
Somebody had to hold it down for the family.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny as hell. Nah,
He's never been interested in sports at all. Still ain't to this day.
say never.
Listen, that this bastard get access to the Pistons, Lions, everything, and won't go. I'm like, dog.
Be like, what you mean you got a suite? What are you
He's
talking?
terrible, bro.
That's
He's
hilarious.
so terrible.
And that's crazy. You
Every
would
time
think
I have to buy tickets, I be like, man.
you wasting your shit. He got some ill
Wasted
shit that he
all
don't even
the
care.
plug. He won't even call and say, "Hey, my brother." They're probably like, "So what?"
That's
he
That's funny.
He paid his dues right. But he don't give a shit about that sports shit. It's got to make sense to him financially, or
Yeah,
he not coming.
that's
Period.
ill. I did have the privilege of meeting your brother the last few times. A few times this year. I seen him at Maestro
Oh,
Williams. That's
yes.
one of our good people and one of the alumni people of Detroit. He had a party. Well, actually, the Detroit players.
Yeah, the Detroit
all together,
players
they had
that
something
event.
going.
That
He
was a dope
invited us.
event.
Yeah, I was booked out of town. Maestro, that's my guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
he's
would've
very
met
dope.
him.
Very dope.
Yeah, and
He's actually one of the people that mix and edit my movies. So yeah, that's
nice.
He's
Nice.
working on one right now. His ass need to hurry up. While we brothers
Uh-oh, Maestro, you've been summoned.
right. We've been summoned for real.
Like, what up, though? Look, what up, though? On his ass.
What up, though, Maestro? Where them vocals at, bro? We need them, bro. We need the audio, man.
Hey, come on with it.
Yeah, when we had him on here last time, he was talking about he was doing Red Flags, KDZ's movie. He was doing the audio and everything for that. So yeah, he be working. Shout out to bro.
He's actually put 3 under his resume since then. 'Cause
Nice.
After he shot Red Flags, he did a mix on Undying Love for me. He did a mix
Oh,
on
man.
Master Dragon. Mix.
Nice.
Nice.
And then a mix on White Lies, which he's working on right now.
Okay, nice,
dope.
nice.
My dog.
What you bringing up, Undying Love, man? I gotta bring this up. Me and my
He
wife
talks
watched
about
this
all the
movie a
time.
while
We watched
ago,
it. He loves this.
and I know a lot of people don't realize I'm a hip hop head, so I knew exactly where it
Yeah,
came from.
he lost
I
his mind.
was-
He called me like, "Hey, we gotta watch
I was
this
in
movie."
love the second I seen it. I'm saying this gotta be something about that. Soon as I start watching it, I'm like, oh, this is perfect, bro.
Exactly.
And this was
that's the perfect feedback right there.
Yes,
That's
hey, shout out, man, Kaamel, man, because that Undying Love, because that was your first
That's
movie
genius.
that you actually came and put the mind behind and spearheaded, right?
Yeah. So what it was, my original partner for the film, and the crazy part is he ended up backing out of the film. You know, he was a part of the initial.
You talking about Kamal, correct?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this somebody involved in the executive
got
part.
you.
He hit me up and said, I want to do a movie. I said, okay, we meet up. And because we went to school together, you know, during that time, Nas was really the man. Jay wasn't the man yet.
Right,
like Biggie
right.
and Pac had died. But Nas was really that guy with Pac and Big, you know, closer than Jay was. So
that makes
we
sense.
was really on the Nas, and like one of my favorite songs
That is
was
my favorite
Undying
Nas
Love.
song to this day.
Yeah, and
Like you can hear everything he say in that song.
Yeah.
You can visualize it. It's like
Yeah.
literally a movie. That's why he did. It's crazy.
So yeah, what we came up with that day was, you know, Nas provides you with the end of the movie. The song is the end of the movie. So
Right,
we really
right.
just
yeah.
wanted to build a story that made sense that would tie into
got you.
him in Vegas.
That's
Got
super,
you.
super dope.
And,
And it's, but yeah, that was really one of my goals in shooting the movie, because I'm really a art person. You know, a lot of people just shoot what kind of make money, and I want to really be involved in the art form of making films. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
for sure.
you know, it's cool to have, you know, a lot of people just running the same ideas, you know, and it's, you know, and you really just looking at
Just
something
oversaturated.
different and true to the arts. But one of my goals was to get Nas to watch
That's
the
super
movie.
dope.
That's crazy.
I've kind of reached out to some of the people that I know that know him, you know, just he don't have to post it, nothing. I just want him to see
Respect. Hell yeah.
his
And I know he loves it.
influence.
I know
That's
he
super
loves it.
dope.
Influence, yeah. Snoop seen it. He fucking loved it.
Hey.
Uncle Snoop.
Shout out Big Snoop, man.
He said, "Why you had to kill yourself?" I said, "Did I?" He said, "Oh shit." That's a yeah.
Plot twist.
Hey, did I kill myself? You just heard the shot and it went blank, and the police is approaching. So
No, real talk.
Yeah,
Because
so-
after, I mean, I ain't gonna tell it all, but
Yes, because definitely
I'm gonna
you
go
wanna
off the
stream
song.
it.
I'm not gonna say anything about the movie, but
yeah, please.
Mad
go
Shots
watch
didn't
it.
know what was going on
Yeah.
around that parts. Man's run out whoop whoop,
Yeah.
and then it's like, damn.
Jungle downstairs shooting, shoot out with the police.
Yeah.
While I'm sitting there holding my dead lady. Yeah.
I gotta watch that now. I gotta rewatch that. I gotta
That's
rewatch
our
it. Like,
Sunday flick.
like, that was my. I swear, I was telling her about that. Like, listen, I promise, when we
appreciate
watch
that,
this,
bro.
it's gonna be that whole song, and
You
that's the
called
dopest.
me. I was in traffic.
That's the dopest
that's how
song.
excited he was about
Him and Biggie
the
are the
movie.
top two
He called me in
storytellers of
traffic,
all
and
time.
then we
Yeah,
had to
we got
watch
to
it.
Hands down.
You got the same palette. 'Cause
Hands down.
He's still the king in my eyes.
Hands
To be
down.
honest.
Now, while we on the
Yeah.
topic about rapping, I'm gonna ask you about a date, and I want you to elaborate on it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Now you testing the memory I spoke
Yeah,
of.
let's get it. You got it.
He
You
got it.
already
He said
you
got
already
it. He
claimed it.
confident. He confident you got
You
it.
already claimed it, Mel. You got the
confident.
memory now.
Come on.
Okay.
April 18th, 1996.
Oh wow.
Since we was talking about rapping, what does that day mean to you?
That's the first time I hit the stage, bro. That's crazy. Yeah.
How was that
Welcome to the
experience,
People
man?
of Detroit
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
That's cold. Yeah. I was so nervous, man. I was nervous, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's something I always wanted to do. Like, I knew all of my brother's lyrics word for word. So so it's like one of them things where it's like, this is something you've been wanting to do. And I don't even think I ever really asked him to do it. I'm thinking like, I really just wanted to go to the show.
He knew when you were ready. That's what it was.
He said when you get out of school, I got you.
Got you.
And he called me one day and said, "What time you get out of basketball practice?" I'm like, "It's over." He like, he said, "All right, I'm gonna pick you up, come go to rehearsal." I'm like, rehearsing for what? He like the show. I'm like, oh shit.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, we rehearsed, me, him, and Proof for about an hour, and it didn't do anything. The rehearsing, I knew the songs
Front
and
to
all
back,
my
right.
marks and everything, but
Yeah.
just being on stage at Legends in front of grown people, like it was like, oh shit,
Whole new
like,
world.
I know that was some life
I
changing shit
wanted
for real.
I wanted to throw up, but that's where I kind of learned to use my nervous energy and match it with adrenaline, like so.
Right.
That's really kind of where I face my fears. Because when you hooping, you can block out the people,
Yeah,
in
facts.
the stands when you hooping, but everybody's sitting there like. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just you. It's just you and one other person with a microphone or two other people, and on the court, it's 9 other motherfuckers out there. So it was.
Then you got.
I could still feel the
right?
nerves from that day, man. I was like,
That's ill.
it was like goosebumps, stomach aches, chest, heart beating fast. And
So how did you center yourself?
I have no idea because
How old were you at that
I
time?
was 17.
17 years old.
17,
Oh
yeah.
man.
So it was like, I don't know. That's how,
Right, you
again,
wasn't
that's
drinking
how,
nothing to calm yourself.
Absolutely not.
You just in there.
No, I didn't start drinking till I was like 23, 24. Like I had maybe some champagne here or there. Some beer, but
right.
I got drunk like real bad when I was 13, being stupid. And
Say scarred some shit.
That just kept me off of it till I was ready to get to it.
You like 10 years went past. I think I'm ready. Let's see.
It was the best thing for me. It was that how it happened was the best thing.
It was supposed to happen like
It
that.
was. It was. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do.
Oh
Terrible.
man, that's crazy.
But yeah, man, that day was. I'll never forget it. We had on ghetto gear fleece cover. Ghetto kid. It was yellow as hell. The yellow with the black zipper.
Ooh, 96,
The
y'all motherfuckers was fresh in the
pullover
motherfucker too.
with the fucking black Guess jeans. Yeah, with the black, yellow, and white Air Max. Yeah, we was on that.
You like, listen, we in here. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
That's real,
Shout
man.
out to you for bringing that up.
No,
That's
man,
dope.
100%, man. I know that was something that had a big impact
Yeah.
on you. You know what I'm saying? Just as a man in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your brother putting you in that predicament. Just like, let me see what he do.
Yeah.
He knew you was gonna do your shit.
He's very lucky I didn't throw up because I was so close to doing so. I was so close to doing so, man. I was so scared. But again, that's where I saw what I was made of. It was literally people piled on top of each other. It was a jam-packed club. And here I am. Gotta go. Did I know we was on break, so I didn't have to go to school in the morning, but it was still.
It was
like,
a simple
I mean,
fact.
yeah,
Your
I
body's
mean,
still on that time.
Yeah, I'm a
Think you gotta think, too,
teenager
it was
with
like a
grown
surprise.
people.
It was a
All
surprise,
grown
too.
people. It was all grown people. Like it was like, oh man, pretty girls, everything. It was, it was crazy. I haven't relived that day in a long time.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you was able to relive that day on the
that was
people
dope.
of
That was
Detroit,
dope.
man. We love it, man.
Rest in peace, Big Proof.
All
Yes,
day,
indeed.
man.
He
For sure.
He helped me a lot.
All day.
With
Rest
the
in peace,
whole-
Big
with the
Proof,
whole
man.
everything. He quit after like our 4th or 5th show. He was like, "Bro, you got it." He's like, "Y'all don't need me no more." I'm like, "Nah, don't do this." Bro.
Right.
He's like, "Nah, it's not like that." He's like, "No, I'm still here to support you. Call me anytime." And he's like,
So y'all got it.
"He's like, y'all don't need me no more. You got it."
Hey.
Yeah.
And y'all most definitely had it ever since.
Took off, yeah.
You and your brother, man. For real.
yeah.
Now, I want to
yeah.
ask you, about somebody. The name Pastor Hicks. What does that name mean to you?
Oh man, he was. I would say Pastor Hicks is like one of my fathers. You know what I'm saying? My father wasn't. He started off in the house, and him and my mom got divorced, and he he wasn't no deadbeat. You know, he just wasn't in the house every day. So
Understand.
that distance and that space. You know, I've always been a person that kind of observe everything around me. So I didn't really get into a lot of trouble based off of how much trouble my brother and my sister that's younger than him, not my oldest sister.
Because you the fourth.
Yeah, she been my oldest sister, been an angel and the moral authority since day one. Like, and she all about God. She don't play no games. She don't waver. She don't wither. So she always been the foundation, forefront of it all. And then the next two, they raised all hell. So
I can only laugh because I was definitely that kid in my family.
Yeah,
I was a troublemaker.
Okay,
Definitely.
I was half and half for sure.
I was a troublemaker.
I was half and half.
I didn't, man. My brother and sister raised so much hell in the neighborhood. I didn't have any trouble to get into. I literally had zero problems. Like, and the one issue I had was because somebody else. And my brother ended all of that immediately.
Right.
And it just, it was, I didn't have any problems. And I just played sports. I didn't really look for no issues. But Pastor Hicks was one of those people that just, he was one of those people that taught me accountability early.
Right.
One of those people that just made sense of how he communicated. He was a big dude, so it was really, the healthy fear was there immediately. He's like 6'6", 6'7",
God damn.
290, 300 pounds, like, and a cool dude. He was just, and he had a son same age as I was, junior, and he took me to all the East Side church leagues and rec leagues, and he made sure
Kept you busy.
Yeah, he sized up the situation down the street, and he really didn't overplay his hand. He just always made sure I was good and stayed out of trouble, because it was trouble all around us. So his son was, susceptible to it as well. So he wanted to make sure whoever his son was around was on the up and up, but he had a loving way of doing it. He wasn't he was really a great example of just how to be cool and still get your point across.
For sure, that's real.
Yeah, solid man. Shout out to Pastor Hicks. He's still Bishop Hicks. Excuse me.
Oh, Bishop Hicks.
Respect.
Got you.
Yeah, he just got his bishopness not too long ago. Yeah. Shout out to Bishop Hicks. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. That's real,
taking
man.
it all the way back to that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That's what's up.
That's for sure, man. When you at the people of Detroit and you in that hot seat, it's all about you. It's all about, nothing but positive vibes, where you came from.
I appreciate the questions, bro.
No, 100%, man. We
Because we
appreciate
definitely
you.
want viewers to see you in a way they may not have seen you before.
Yeah,
and
for
learn
sure.
more about you, connect more with you.
Because we know you play a lot of roles where you taking niggas' heads off.
Yeah.
So, we...
And there's been a lot of days where I had to do that.
So we,
what'd I say? Art imitates life?
Right.
There you go.
So it's
natural for a reason.
At this point, because I know you, I think we're 44 now, 45. Mm-hmm. So I know right now...
It's okay. It's a good thing. It's a bad job.
You see how I corrected you? 45.
Yeah.
Listen, I never imagined being this age, especially in my mid 20s. I never thought I would live to be this age, just based off of how I was living. All of the people I grew up with, 80% of them was dead before we turned 30. So when I got shot at 29, I felt like it was time.
Yeah,
so that's why me and every day is in love. I don't care if I'm having a bunch of bullshit going on. I'm happy to be alive to deal with it.
For sure.
To be honest.
Now, I wasn't gonna speak on it, but then while you mentioning it, I know in 2008, You went through a
Got the whole
situation.
timeline.
Yes, for 100%.
He ain't just Google it, like he been watching shit and
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
It's all about
real
professionalism.
journalism.
100%.
Journalism.
100%, man. That's all we thrive ourselves on here at the pod.
I
You feel me?
appreciate it, bro.
And in '08, there was an incident at the club. Not gonna name the club.
It's Club Envy. It's closed. It's not.
Oh well, yeah, you're right.
it's
You're
not-
right.
it's not-
Look, that's just me. That's the
They know
you
all
feel
about
me?
nah. It's all good.
But yeah,
Shout
Club
out to
Envy, it is down
yeah.
club now. But an incident where the police came in there, you know what I'm saying? You know, throwing their badge around, thinking shit sweet.
No, it was
some extra shit.
Some shit it was something spilled outside of the club, and it really.
Oh, okay. I
It
see what you're
really
saying.
didn't have to be so serious, but it was New Year's Day. If it was a
Okay.
normal club, if it was New Year's Eve, it was a normal club day, it could have been handled with proper communication.
No,
but
that's real.
what happened was some unruly, a group of cats that I knew. And you know how sometimes it's a group of cats getting money, they got some of the bums with them too.
Right.
So to be honest, one of the bums was acting crazy. So
Got you.
Yeah.
it's after 2:00 because it's New Year's Eve. So they letting us go to 4, God knows how long. So it's after 2:00. So that means everybody been going since before 11. You know what I mean? So everybody drunk. They buying bottles and shaking them on people. So I had a talk with him. I said, bro, chill. Everybody happy it's the New Year. I know them. I don't know all of them, but I know them. So I'm going back to the side of the bar. 10 minutes later, one of the bums take all of the roses out the flower man hand, pop the rubber band, and just threw them bitches in the crowd.
Wow.
Now, mind you,
Messed up his
I'm
whole
there-
hustle.
Whole flow.
Mind you, I know his people, so it's not no big deal. It's just like listen, bro. I told y'all.
Quick little chill out real quick.
Nah, I mean, I was gonna tell him to go because I told him
Oh, got you.
I can't keep letting y'all cut up.
Got you.
So when I go, before I can get over to the idiot that do the flowers, one of the security that was contracted that night, not a normal guy, grab him up, and now he yoking him, and I'm like, oh God. So I'm making my way to the door. It was an issue at the door because one of the doors was broke and the rug was popped up, so they tripped on the rug, and he kind of had to throw him out the door to save himself from falling. So
Got you.
and that caused a whole big mess. So I go outside, everybody arguing and fussing. I'm trying to calm it down. And the fight just break out. And in the middle of this huge fight, one of the guys that's contracted, not a regular, he pulled out his gun and trying to break up the situation. He shoot in the air. And out of nowhere, you just hear it's going on and on and on and on. I don't know who's shooting. I don't know why. Yeah, I got hit with 4 of them in the door. I didn't find out it was the police until after I woke up from surgery. I thought
it was just some random.
I mean, it was a fight. I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For a minute, I was looking to see what was going on, and then. Yeah, I got yanked in the door and realized I was hit up pretty bad. But yeah, it's one of them things where it's a space where a lot of people don't go, where you don't know if you're gonna live or die, and it's really not up to you.
That's ill.
It's really so.
Yeah.
It did more than ground me. It made it all make sense because at that moment I was having a great time and didn't have nothing to do with what was going on, and I ended up getting shot 4 times. So, but in my life, I thank God for how He teach me lessons. It's like the stuff that I'm doing, I don't get in trouble for. I just get in trouble for some little stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all of the stuff that I had going on, I had been in shootouts, never been hit, been in multiple brawls, melees, everything we was involved in, and never really got injured, hurt, nothing like that. And
But this
boy,
random
this
ass,
ran nothing to do with me, nothing to do with me at all, you know. And it was that power was taken away from me, and I had to realize that, you know, I knew God, you know, before that, but at that moment it was just
got
me.
real.
It was me and him.
Me and him. Right,
And
right.
nothing on nobody else. So
well, I mean, nonetheless, man, you most definitely
A survivor for sure.
made it through that situation,
Yeah,
man,
God
and
is
it's
awesome,
all
man.
blessings. I'm gonna give you a play off that, bro.
appreciate it.
You know
God
what?
is awesome, man.
While we're at it, we got to give you something. We got something for you.
Yeah, 100%.
So we want to. You got to be prepared.
yeah,
you got
cause
to be prepared.
you good over there.
We talking about God. We raising an offering. Come on, come on with it. Pass the
We want to
collection
give you
plate.
your Detroit flowers
Yes,
Oh, wow.
yes.
as one of our legends. You're impactful.
They never die. You'll have them forever.
You have forever.
There's
Take
your
it
Detroit
in.
flowers,
Take
bro.
it in.
Hold me down.
Yes.
You feel
Yes.
me?
There we go. I'm gonna set them on the table. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. There
Set
you
'em on
go.
the table. Set
We
'em on
gonna
the table.
have it's gonna be the ambience.
Hell yeah.
But
right there.
we want to give you your flowers though, real talk.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you're one
for
of our
sure.
legends in the city. You definitely got a story to tell. You're living your dreams out loud, and you are impacting our entertainment culture. And it's just you one of the tastemakers in the city. So we want to give you your
100%.
flowers for what you do as an individual contributor to our culture.
Yes, yes. And you being, you know, one of the very successful individuals of Detroit, man, we want to just give you that and acknowledge that so you know what I'm saying, it don't take some crazy ass incident for us to relay this to you. You feel
Appreciate
me?
it, bro.
Absolutely.
And we
We
want to
honor
just
our
let you know
legends
that.
here.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
it.
And we appreciate you. And
Thank y'all.
again, on a lighter note, I know we were talking about, you know what I'm saying, a time that you don't really speak on all the time.
I
like
appreciated that though, because
Yeah,
the lesson and
100%.
blessing that you got out of that was definitely poetic.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
it's-
appreciated you
It
for
changed.
sharing
It
that.
changed everything. It wasn't instant. You know, I had to go to therapy and everything. So you know,
Yeah.
you know your mind is the biggest muscle. So you can't just wake up with muscles on your body. You got to go to the gym and work it. So it's the same thing with your mind. You got to condition it to be a certain way.
I like that,
So that life can not be as hard as we make it.
Help others by telling you
There you go.
Mm.
Nah, facts.
God is awesome. There's people that get shot in the leg and die. I got
facts.
shot twice in the chest, once in the stomach, and once in my hand. I can't explain how I'm alive.
Hey, but you period.
I can, but I can't.
By God's graces,
Yeah,
you here
absolutely.
and you supposed to be.
For a reason. Yeah.
That's all we know. You're supposed to be
And
here.
that's what makes it all so awesome. Just being able to fall in line after something like that happens. It's something you don't see for sure when it happens. But you know, the journey has been amazing. You know,
Blessings.
every day has been amazing. I can't lie.
Blessings. Now, I know you in your acting bag, you were, you know, doing community theater and plays for 4 or 5 years roughly. And 2013 and 14 is when you got into your acting bag and you started to get into the movie aspect of the game. And I'm trying to think. I had it, but it left me. The very first movie that you were ever a part of.
It's a movie that I really don't. I mean, it's a couple projects that I did. I think I did The Spot, the 313, The Spot, and it was like such a broken production. It was like, I mean, they split it up into so many different times. It was like, and then I didn't really think it was gonna come out, and then it came out. Rest in peace to Lee too, man.
Sure.
So, and I did a movie for I won't say the name of the movie, but it was some really janky people involved, and they did some janky business to somebody that I considered a mentor. So
Got you.
I don't promote the project whatsoever, but you know,
Understand.
those were the first two before Code of Thieves. That was the first one I did
Code of Thieves. Okay.
in 2019. Yeah,
Yep.
May
And
2019.
literally, since 2019 till now, 2024, roughly, you do 10 to 12 movies a year.
I started
rough?
off doing 10 to 12 a year. These past 3
He like,
years.
I did 7 shit.
Nah.
But-
No, it's more than that. Like the first
Okay.
two and a half years, 2-3 years, I did probably about 8 to 12 a year. Now it's like 15
Wow.
to 20.
Okay.
So
Damn.
okay.
You working.
I'm over 100 now for sure. I just don't. I quit counting because why the hell?
He's
am I
like,
counting? Yeah,
just let me
that's
know when the red carpet is, and then
yeah,
I'll catch
I pray I can make it. I pray I'm not because I mean, yeah, it's a blessing, bro. I got people asking me about November and December because that's my availability.
Yeah.
My October is practically full. My September is full. And my,
Well, we're blessed you were able to align with
Man, I
us today.
that's
swear.
what I'm saying.
It happened the
hit
way
that
it
joint
happened.
The other day, yeah.
It happened the way it's
Well, to
supposed
be
to.
honest, LB be trying to tie me down. Lisa Brown. You know,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
got the
yeah,
Dirty
yeah,
Geek
yeah.
picnic today, so it's like one of those days where she like, Diesel, when are you gonna be here? Like, I got you. Don't
Yeah,
put
shout
nothing on
out.
your calendar.
Shout out
So-
Lisa Brown for sure. I know she's presented you something not too long
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. She
Yeah.
presented me with a lot. She bought me this watch.
Oh,
man.
shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
she bought me
Yes.
this watch. Yeah.
That's real. Like,
Yeah.
and that's dope when you able to, you know,
See the
somebody
fruits
can
of your
show
labor.
appreciation for
Yeah.
your work.
Yeah,
And-
I
and,
mean,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
put in a lot of work. This
Yeah.
is the, I bought my own watch.
Yeah, of
before,
course.
but this is the first gift.
That's
You
dope.
know,
Dope.
Rolex. So,
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
Hopefully not the last.
We even gonna put that in the air. No, we even gonna put that in the air. You about to have most definitely
Yeah, I
plenty.
need some more people to
That
buy
time.
me some. That way I don't gotta spend my money.
Hey,
No,
that's all
for
right.
sure.
That's all right.
Nah,
All right.
with you doing all this work, man, I know the very first movie that you were actually able to have your hand into directing was Three Keys with Mina Monroe.
And
Man,
I love
You
that
know what I'm
movie.
saying? Now,
Man.
as far as that experience directing that, how was that different from you coming in and just being on the top of the call sheet?
well, I got lucky, man. That's what I said. God is awesome, man. Me and Mina, I've been knowing Mina for decades. Like, not to tell her at her age. You know, I've been knowing her for a minute.
Shout out to
So,
the queen.
You know, we absolutely shout out to the Queen Mina Monroe.
All day, for sure.
We now we busy. I'm one way, she the other, but it's still absolute love. But she we talking heavy, and she like, I'm like this movie, and I'm like, hey, this dope. And it wasn't, she was gonna have Kamal directed, and
Okay,
the concept
yeah.
of me directing really wasn't a real thing in my head. It was just her telling me she was about to do a movie, and I'm there to support her, whatever she needed me to do. And she's telling me about it over time, and she like, it's done. She's like, but I can't. Kamal can't direct it, and then I'm like, I'll do it. She's like, will you? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do it. And she's like, what you gonna charge? I'm like, we'll talk about that. Fuck the charge. Like,
That's
the
real.
opportunity. It was.
We'll figure that part out. Right.
And for me, maybe like 3 weeks after I signed, we had did auditions and everything. Kamal became available, and she didn't switch on me. She brought him in as an AD, but him being the solid person that he is and the professional that he is, he said, I'm not doing your job. Like, you still gonna direct. Like, I'm gonna do my AD, but you gonna do this shit. That way they ain't
That's
gonna
dope.
be talking about Kamal or nothing. Like, no.
Right,
like,
right.
So he, it was really a blessing for me to have
Dope.
my mentor. Like really, he's the person that influenced me to want to be a director, and all of the projects we've done together prior to me being a director, he was always available and open to answer questions. I think The Price of Love was the first set where I'm like, bro, if I got some questions about what you're doing and how you know, he like, yeah, he's like, just ask us at a good time, and then bam, we had a little private powwow, and that's where I began to learn how to direct, but in my own way, you know what I'm saying? Because
for sure.
you know, he's him and I'm me. So
You still gotta have
even though people be fucking calling me Kamal sometimes, I appreciate y'all for having me right.
But you know what?
Say it's the wrong
Right,
K.
the
All
wrong
right?
K. But
No,
you know
it's
what?
a male
I
at
think
the
it's dope that brothers was able to build with each other without it being like a gatekeeping situation.
Yeah,
Because I
man.
feel like when we build together, that collaboration, we get so much more done.
I feel like sports help mold that mindset. You know, I've been on several teams. Sometimes on the team, I'm in the starting lineup. Sometimes on the team, I'm coming off the bench. Sometimes I don't see a lot of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm about winning. Yeah, and
sure.
everybody don't really share that same, point of view or how they move. But
Right.
shit, I don't got nothing to do with how nobody do nothing. So for me, I try to be the example and, keep it wide open when it comes to networking and answer. You got a question, if I got time to answer it, then I'll answer it. Especially if you serious about what we doing, this is a wide open space. So gatekeeping is not really a real thing because
It's totally
once
counterproductive.
your movie go off, they looking for another movie. So it's like you
Hell yeah.
can't tie people's attention down. You have to understand and respect the space that we in, and it's all about people's attention. It doesn't matter where they paying attention, whether it's Tubi, Fox, HBO, Stars. If the eyeballs is on it at that time, the eyeball is on it at that time. So
No, for sure.
for me, I try to keep it as simple as possible and keeping people away from blessings only block yours. So, he's a great example as far as, that part, the production and productivity and being true to the craft. We really got a leg up here in Detroit just based off of the professionals and the knowledge that these professionals have.
Yeah.
It's and I don't want to sound boastful or what I mean, like I'm bragging or whatever,
No,
but
talk that.
there's a reason.
Speak your truth, man.
There's a reason that we are at the top here in Detroit, and it's just based off of how we move and when we move, when it's time to move. So there's no game for us, and that's what I can appreciate about just working here in Detroit. Period. No matter what set, it's a real situation, and ain't nobody playing no games.
Of course.
From the talent to the crew. So we got something special, and we just got to keep making it special, and make sure we take care of each other in the process.
Understand. Now I know it's something that you have as well, but you don't broadcast it. I think you only help like a handful of people. There's personal acting classes, to where it's like,
No, I do.
Or is that
this will be my third year coming up. I would love to do more acting classes. But they end up being like the beginning of the year every year for me, because that's usually my downtime to create and just it's really just fallen into place as the time frame to do the class, like late January every year.
Yeah.
And the class is growing, and the best thing about the class is seeing my students get loose once they leave.
That's dope.
And I encourage them to take all classes, like take Kamal's class, take King's class, take Moolah's class, take all of the classes you can, because it's one of those things. Like my class ain't really It's not really teach you how to act. I don't feel like that's a real thing.
It's to sharpen with our.
I feel like if you got it, you got it.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
as black people, we all know how to show off and show out. So it's like burying those nerves and being able to let that version of yourself out. It's nothing. It ain't no fucking secret or key to what we do.
You basically pulling to the forefront what people already possess.
It's not.
Yeah.
Like, that's dope.
Yeah, and the main thing about it is learning everything around it. Being on camera, you should be a natural, and you should respect yourself enough to realize whether you are or not. That don't mean you can't be in the movie industry, though.
Yeah.
You can be a part of this great game and just don't be on camera. It's still very gratifying, you know what I'm saying, to be able to put a movie together, and it's a piece of work that people could watch forever until these folks decide to turn everything off. You know?
Right, for real.
You can watch TV till God knows how long. And at that point, ain't nobody watching nothing no more.
Exactly. Man, but I just want to say, man, I'm greatly appreciative of you giving us your time and your energy, Kaamel. And I know you a busy man, and I know you probably... I mean, we know you got something to do right after this. So we know, you know what I'm saying, we going to go ahead and start wrapping your interview up because I know you on the move.
Yeah, we hold on. Very good, man. We got 15, another 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm going to ask you a question then, since we got a few more minutes.
Yeah, go ahead, get your question in.
First one that comes to your mind. What's your favorite childhood Detroit memory? Reach out and grab one.
The real big water fights.
When you putting a 2x4 and a hydrant.
Those are always my favorite times. The big water
buckets and balloons.
Like where it's 2-3 blocks of people involved.
Yeah.
You know, 5-6 houses each block. People sneaking around the alley, throwing buckets. Yeah, those because it was like a you know, at the only time the block was united
like
on
control
something.
chaos.
Yeah. We united on something that we throwing water.
It's something about
together.
Detroit summers, though. It's just different.
Yeah,
especially growing up, and it's different.
The music, the smell, the sound, a great place to grow up, depending on where you at.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
A lot of heavy hitters here, and it's just based off of, you know, how we roll. Y'all know.
Oh, hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
How we roll. We ain't finna play. We finna go for it and go get it. Yeah.
That remind me of that clip that you got in the song where he was like, when you come to Detroit, you say you can leave with your ass.
You can leave with your ass. Right. I got actually my new single. I might as well promote it. It's getting ready to drop. Class of '88. So if y'all watching this, it's gonna be out. So go stream it everywhere for sure. Man, Kaamel, it's been a pleasure, man. Could you let the people know anything you got coming up?
Where to find you, all that.
Movies you got coming up? Anything you got brewing up?
Yeah, I got I'm still waiting on Quality Control to release Master Dragon.
Oh yeah.
I took a long. It was a long shot. That movie was risky, and you know they showing me that it was risky by, you know, they kind of being political with it. Not really sure why. There's a lot of, you know.
Is it like a black exploit type?
No.
Or it's like they just looking at it in another.
Well, here's the thing. We split the funds with Tubi, so they might be looking at it like this ain't no money in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But we took a chance on the movie, you know, just looking to do something different culturally. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Understand.
I don't have any movies that my daughter can watch. And that was really initial point of the movie to make something my child could. Like, you know, she'd see people walking up on me everywhere we go and want to take pictures, but she don't really understand why.
Right.
I can respect that.
Yeah, so it was a risk, and I appreciate my executive producers for being patient. You know, I feel like it will be rewarded in the long run, and when the time is right for the movie, it'll be right. But yeah, Master Dragon is on the TV app, TVEI. You can download that now on your Roku, Apple TV, or your Fire Stick, and stream Master Dragon. White Lies has been submitted. Yeah, it's a drama thriller starring introducing Troy Jackson, Big Mama Slime. It's her first lead role. She really did her thing.
Okay.
I surrounded her with solid veterans. Misha Bibbins, Lee Master is in it. Robert Q. Jackson is in it, and I star in it, of course. So
nice.
White Lies should be on Tubi sometime in September, crossing our toes and fingers. And You Toxic is another movie we just completed in July.
Oh, that sounds
it's
fun.
in post-production. Oh my God! Listen, bro, this movie is literally. So it's like this movie is my, you know, my at Tubi. Okay, I'm gonna give you what you fucking want. you want me to sleaze out the screen? That's the hell I'm gonna do. We're gonna make it as sleazy as possible.
Is this what you want?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Is this what you want? So yeah, You Toxic is a movie we just completed in July, starring Kavina. I done gave her so many nicknames. I don't even know.
So you don't even know what to call her. No
I think it's Kavina Lee. I want to say Kavina Lee. She's a young lady from Flint. I met her in May doing a movie. And we had one scene together, and she sold me on that one scene. So she's a you know, I really want to work with up and coming talent, real talent that could really match that energy on screen. She's definitely that. I got King, Wesley, and You Toxic. Shelby Lee is in there. Okay. Devonna Prince. I try to keep the cast pretty small. I learned on Undying Love. I paid dearly for that movie. So, you know, I have 80 people in the movie. So, but yeah, man, we got a lot of work coming up. We getting ready to film another romantic comedy, more so a comedy next month. Title Mimi is about a grown man, 40-year-old virgin with an imaginary friend. So,
wow, now that sounds funny. That sounds like something
that's refreshing. I love the different layers and genres, and I like that.
I mean, we grew up watching all type of great movies, and for me, most of my roles are, you know, pretty much gangster. You know, they might ask me to be the police here and there, but
hey man, when I watch H Block, I mean not H Block, excuse me, McGraw Ave. Yeah. When I watch McGraw Ave, I be like,
heavy.
Bring that nigga his keys back.
Yeah.
Okay?
Heavy.
I remember one scene you was like, you put the key out there like, now who do I look for when you ain't back on? Who do I look for when you ain't back on top of my shit?
I just know who I gotta kill.
Thanks.
That's it. No, shout out to Moolah fam. They when they put Mo out here, everything just took off of me, man. Mo is a heavy character, and we trying to get the schedule together now to film the rest of season 3. So
nice. That's exciting.
Coming soon. Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, we were able to go to the H Block premiere when they did the red carpet, and the podcast was out there, and we spoke to quite a few people. It was good. I didn't think Thomas was gonna show that many episodes. I just knew he was gonna show like 2. I think he showed like 4, 5. He was just on a roll.
Yes.
I think he was feeling good, and I think he like, hey,
holy shit.
Yeah, he's.
How long are the episodes?
It was a good time.
The typical, probably 30, 45 minutes on around there.
Okay.
roughly. But he was just, I think he was just feeling good. He like, yo, we about to go, but we gonna throw one more episode. We like, oh shit, okay.
Celebration.
That's love.
But we had hella fun.
Shout
that
out
day.
to the people for coming out. Yeah. Give them a treat. That's what's up.
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't think they're gonna do McGraw like that though.
See, H Block new, so they probably like, yeah, let's just kick this off.
That's just like
a new series.
30 alligators. That's such an issue. That and the Dirty D. They just crazy
Oh
about
man,
all
yeah,
that
Dirty
shit,
D,
bro.
100%.
God is good. Got my hands on all of it.
Yes, man. Blessings to you, man. Blessings to your career,
Thank
to your life, to your family, to everything, man. And I pray that your mental was just as good when you walked in, leaving out today.
I mean, yeah, I've to be honest, bro, it's been a hell of a year mentally. Like I've been dealing with a lot, but I know that that the devil, the enemy, the whatever you want to call it, when you on to the next level, he's gonna try to get in your way to keep you away from that. Especially, and it's the first way to attack is your mental. So I've really been going through a lot, but at the same time, it's like gratitude is really the main thing. And to be honest, I appreciate having to stroll back to all of these different memories just to really help me think about where the fuck I came from. I don't have a problem thinking about it because, again, I reflect every day, I meditate every day, I pray every day, and I'm grateful for that all I need is all I need. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha,
What I want don't matter. If I got everything I need, I'm good. So, the crazy thing, my sister was in the hospital a few days ago, and I used to work at the hospital, the exact Harper Hospital.
Wow.
So, and walking through there, it was just like, damn, like, I used to walk in this motherfucker at 6 in the morning, like, pissed off. 6 in the morning, like, oh, God, you're so good. I get up at 6 if I feel like it, if I want to, man. God is so awesome.
You need them reminders to keep you grounded.
Absolutely.
Everything moves so fast, you got to remember.
Yeah, y'all just took me back,
Let
bro.
other people know where to follow you at.
Yes.
Don't follow me. No, I'm just kidding. Kaamel Hasaun, same in the credits, KAAMELHASAUN, Facebook and Instagram. I'm barely on those, but I do talk to the fans on social media. I do, as long as they don't get too weird or crazy. But yeah,
Understand.
as long as you stay in the pocket, I try to respond and I let my people see it. Without y'all, ain't no me. So
Period. Y'all heard it
Y'all heard it, man.
Yes.
Thank you, my dog.
Thank you,
man. We had a
Officially a pod alumni.
splendid time.
Let's get
Officially,
it.
the people of Detroit alumni. And we will be seeing you soon. I hit your brother up probably like last month, and he like, well, I ain't got nothing going on right now. I got a movie. He like, I got a movie dropping. I got a movie dropping.
Let me drop this
soon
gem
as
on you real quick.
he like, soon as the movie drop, I can come. I can have something to talk about.
He's being nice by saying that. I'm telling you, he even been asked to go on Vlad TV, everything. He's like, I told y'all I ain't doing no fucking interviews. So the fact that he said, hold on, give me a minute, give me something, that's the first I heard of that, because he don't be talking to no fucking body.
And listen, and I know he don't, because I know y'all got
you got an interview with him anyway you can pull up? What? From when? From when? Oh yeah, you called him in. They called him in. No, I'm talking about like an interview. Sit down there, talk.
Car driving.
Yeah.
Well, look, all I'm gonna say is
Caught him in
this.
action. Yeah.
He will be sitting right here. I
One of these
guarantee.
days, we got him.
We all about timing,
There
so
you go.
I don't rush the process.
Divine order. We
You know what I'm
chilling.
saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
We
The
chilling.
fact,
Yeah, we seen it when we met him at Scarface concert, I'm like, damn, I just seen you all everywhere. He's like, yo, whoop, whoop. So you build those little.
Yeah, the fact that you get in consideration is huge. I'm telling you, bro.
Hey, that's
We all about togetherness. That good energy.
Nah, if he would have said no,
I
I would have respected it. But he like, look, I got a movie coming up in the next like month or two. Once I get that popping, then maybe he's being nice. Maybe that was just.
I'm gonna tell him though. I'm gonna vouch for y'all because this is.
Hey, we all about positive experiences.
I really enjoyed this interview because like most people, they'll just go on Google and just ask you. Most people, whether they talking to me
That's
or
the same
him,
thing.
they'll ask you the exact same thing. So the fact that we again I had to go down memory lane and think about those times. That's a huge, beautiful blessing, man, to even be here today.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Because I got a chance to think about all the homies that's dead and all of that just in these conversations. So it's just a lot of gratitude for this conversation.
Thank you.
We are happy we could contribute
Thank
to that.
Thank you.
All right, everybody.
Yes. So everybody out there in TV land, TV world, wherever you may be, we thank y'all for tuning in with the people of Detroit. So in the meantime, in between time, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Sir LA.
And it's me, your girl, Dahlia.
And we greatly appreciate y'all for rocking with the pod, a.k.a. the people of Detroit.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Big Diesel in the building, man. Y'all already know what it is. Yeah. Let's get it.
This is Dr. Christian Anthony Mathis, a.k.a. Trick, and shout out to the pod, the People of Detroit podcast, one of my favorite interviews I've done, period. Cool people, live, uplifting, informational. We're going to keep this thing cracking. I'm coming back and do a part 2 and put y'all up on some of this God body game, yes, I mean.
Make the music, make the music.